Right, let's go. Okay, we are back and we're moving on to Thursday's racing. Team GB not doing the best, if you like, right now. The handicap marks were fully in swing coming into Thursday because we're way behind, as you would fully expect. But we'll move straight on to Thursday, and we will start with obviously the Marsh. Team Ireland, who's going?
I am. And this is going to be very, very, very brief.
Just before you start, how do you get Monkfish and Envoy Allen?
Because we're awesome.
I swear. No, you, hey, I'm on about. Not Team Ireland. You.
I didn't pick the races.
Lads, I'll have this. I'll have that. I'll have the RSA. I'll have the trial. Go on, carry on.
Envoy Allen wins. There's not much more to add to that.
Where's Jay Mangum when we need her, eh?
He is. Look, he is head and shoulders above anything else in this. Like, Energumen is in the second favourite. Monkfish is in a third favourite. They're not going to run. Shamblu, this is the race for him, but he's not going to beat Envoy Allen. Gordon John's not going to beat him. Chantry House isn't going to beat him. And Chatham Street Lad, like, lads, seriously.
This is tipping him.
4 to 5 is an absolute ridiculous price. He's going to go off 1 to 3, 1 to 4.
No comment.
I'm not trying to be boring, but there's not much to say about it. He just absolutely bowls up.
Do I have to try and argue this? And
it's all, you don't have
to. Right. Storm Brews, we've used that one already. What else can we use? Yeah, there's Franco Deport. You can chuck him in as well, second, because the Energumen won't be there, Monkfish won't be there. I don't like Shamblu. Chatham Street Lad, I can't even believe there's people tipping him up. I even think Franco Deport's going to come second. So from my point of view, I did put Fusel Raffles, so maybe we'll get third with him.
The one that might come third is Darver Star. He's crying out for a step up and trip with him. Not me why they're running him over too.
Don't like him.
I don't like him either, but he needs to step up and trip.
Yeah, to be honest, I would still, from my point of view, I would still stick with Fusel Raffles as a Team GB place trier. But yeah, and to be fair, I totally agree with you on the price. Anybody putting bets on, I know a lot of people shy away from short price favourites, and they're not normally my thing. But he is still a cracking price because, like you said, he's going to go off miles shorter than this. Miles shorter when them.
If you even look at him last year, he opened up a fight 4 in the morning for the Ballymore, and he went off ridiculously short. The money just kept piling on the point, and this is an easier race.
Yeah, totally agree. God, does it? I mean, we're only on a day that's got 3 races at the best. We could have done with stringing it out a little bit, but has anyone got anything to add?
No, we've got to move on from this. Can't pick anything else.
No,
he wins, doesn't he? And in fairness, I think Dave actually on our show put it up to me in the chat that he's actually an incredibly good price because half of those won't run against him. And he hammered Shamblu last year.
Yeah,
he should just win, shouldn't he?
Yeah. I know. Obviously, he's likely to end up going Gold Cup route. Andrew was saying before about Monkfish winning the Gold Cup next year. Do you think Monkfish is an out-and-out better horse than Envoy Allen? Is that what you're saying? Or do you just think he's a better horse over 3 mile?
I'm not convinced Envoy Allen wants 3 miles. I'm definitely not convinced he wants 3 miles too of a Gold Cup. I think Monkfish has gears and stays really, really well. Look, I could be totally wrong. Envoy Allen, he's bought to be a Gold Cup horse. Who knows? But as of now, Monkfish appeals a lot more to be an Envoy Allen for a Gold Cup.
Yeah. I worry, and I know it's not really a stats thing, but it just worries me what seems to happen to the horses after they've run in the RSA. It seems to be a race that just ruins a lot of them, and that's what fears me about Monkfish. But certainly be a cracking race if we could end up seeing them running against each other.
That'd be a good argument on any given year. But when you look at the RSA, he's going to win it in probably not a hack. He's going to win it in a hack canter. I was going to say he's not going to, but he is. There's no one going to get near him. The same with Envoy Allen. Double them up, lads.
Yeah. And I think I was listening to a podcast and they were mapping out the possible plans, and that they might not actually come against each other either until the Gold Cup if that's where Envoy ends up going. So it could be certainly could be sat here this time next year with a good build up. Okay, we'll have to move swiftly on because there's not much of an argument from our point of view for this race, and we will let Josh take up the Ryanair.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew's going to like me, Blair White, on this one, because I looked at the English runners and Imperial Aura, St. Calvados and Mr. Fisher, and I think they're our best chances. I don't think Dasher will run. I'm actually going to pick Mr. Fisher over Imperial Aura. I'd be signing with the Irish over these if I was going to have a bet myself. But I just think that Mr. Fisher, a form around Cheltenham, I don't think the fourth in the Marsh last year was necessarily bad. And I quite like Mellon for the race. So that form ties in slightly closer. And Imperial Aura, I don't think he's beaten too much. I think he's a tricky horse. I think he's a grade 2, grade 3 horse. I think he's always going to struggle at the very top level. And I don't see him winning this, but I do think that Mr. Fisher has a good chance at placing.
Okay. Team Ireland, who's taking it up?
Yeah, I've got the Ryanair. Interesting, Josh saying grade 2, grade 3 horse, and then saying Imperial Aura rather than Mr. Fisher himself. It's the definition of a grade 2, grade 3 horse. But I think the Irish have a massive chance in this. I think they've got they've got all the answers, to be honest. Mullins has 3 in it, all of whom you could make a case for. Interesting to see just how they're ridden, because all 3 of them ideally would be going hard enough over 2.5 miles. I've been on Allaho all year, not deserting him now. I thought he was class down in Thurles. Ellie May's a very good mare. I'm sure we'll get onto that at some stage later. I think that form is good. I think they finally worked out that he just wants 2.5 miles. And I'm going to say, and I know it's going to raise a few eyebrows, but considering Josh has just put up Mr. Fisher and Tom's put up Altior, I am going to add in Sam Crow to the mix. I think he's just too big. People love shouting and roaring about Sam Crow being a bust. He's been to Cheltenham twice. He's 2 from 2. Won a grade 1 novice hurdle, grade 1 novice chase. And I just look at this race. There's so many nearly horses. Mellon, Fakir Dudaries, all these horses, nearly horses. And Sam Crow actually sometimes gets his head in front when he's on a going day, and he's double the price. So Allaho, probably the main one for me, but I think Sam Crow might win a big race at 20.
He's just had that perfect 80-day break again, hasn't he, Sam Crow? He should be ready, just about ready to rock for Cheltenham now.
One of these he gets.
But the magic wind up.
Yeah. The magic wind up. I'd say he's gone in for another wind up and they'll come out a different order.
It was the greatest comeback since Jesus Christ.
Yeah. His stable was outside though, that was the reason.
Oh yeah. That's the big key. Outside in the freezing cold. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going here, and I don't know what's happened to him this year. He's been absolutely crap since leaving Willie Mullins, but I'll put him up for the Gold Cup. But if he came back to a bit of form and actually ran here, I think Real Steel could end up being a bit of a player, but he's had a crap season. I don't really know what's gone on, but he's a horse I really like and have liked for some time. But other than that, couldn't really disagree. On the min side, everybody, like not just the Irish lads, but we're just writing that last one off, the 2 mile one. I mean, it was obviously disappointing to see him pull up like he did. Patrick Mullins obviously probably did the right thing, having landed square on top of a fence. But barring any rumours, do we still see him running his race?
You can't write him off because he's won it last year and he's a good horse. It's just not the most ideal preparation in the world, is it?
Yeah.
He can do that, Min. Like he Ruby said it as well. Like he can run those odd races out of nowhere. But would I be surprised if he came back and won this? Not at all. The one I'm gutted that isn't running is Simply the Bets, just because.
Give up on him.
What? He's had 1 run since winning the festival last year. He's been injured all year.
Do you want him back?
This horse is better than Imperial Aura. Like, he is. And Imperial Aura is pretty much second favourite for this. So, Simply the Bets has not had the best run of it this year. And poor Harry Whittington hasn't had the best season anyway. Without his horse is getting injured. So yeah, I'm gutted he's not turning up. From a UK perspective, I suppose you've got to argue for Imperial Aura. Was very good last year at the festival, beating Galvin, who everyone seems to think will win the National Hunt Chase. So, he has his chance, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think besides that we've only got very slim chances, haven't we? That's the top and bottom of it compared to the hold that the Irish seem to have on this one yet again. But we do have a few lively players, outside chances, as has been the case with quite a few of the races. Okay, moving swiftly on to our third and final day, and at last one we can cheer about. Good luck with this one, whoever's taking it on. We will start with Tom. Lead the way. You have got the privilege and the honour of leading Team GB in the Stayers Hurdle.
I've got options in this. I never thought.
Not scrambling around a 20-1 shot to try and find a chance.
No, we spent all of this show either discussing, stone bruises, pretending the Irish horses don't exist, or just genuinely praying that someone will run a 4-year-old filly in the bumper. But yeah, Paisley Park and Time Hill look the standouts here. I'm gonna do it again for the good of racing. Imagine if we could get Altior and Paisley Park winning the same week; it'd be fantastic. And yeah, I don't think there's going to be a huge deal between Time Hill and Paisley Park, but I think there might be a length or two at the end, and it might just go in Paisley Park's favour.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on Sire de Burley's, Tom?
Sire de Burley scoped badly after Christmas. As a lot of
Tom is shite.
He's not shite.
No, Tom.
Oh, you hit him where it hurts now. See, we wouldn't do that to you now on the other side. We wouldn't stab you in the back.
Yeah. I could see him being placed. I think there might be one in there to beat him.
On what? What makes you think he's going to place?
Just his Cheltenham form. He just lights up when he comes to Cheltenham, obviously. I know he's been trained for it for the last 4 years with only 2 days in mind, but he clearly enjoys the track and the trip over. He won a handicap of 151 or 2 last year. Definitely has the ability to be placed in one of these,
I think 2 Irish horses that are slightly overlooked in this are in big prices. I think Fury Road at 25-1 with William Hill is obscene, and the Storyteller as well. I think he'll run a big race at 20s.
Yeah. Would any of you guys have, if you owned the Storyteller, would you have not supplemented him for the Gold Cup?
No.
I would. It's fucking wide open compared to this race. This race is an absolute minefield.
I'd rather keep me money than throw it away and run him in the Gold Cup.
No. Ran a blinder. And I put him up for the forecast in the last one, so there we go. I'd have stuck him in the Gold Cup. Who's taking this up for Team Ireland?
Yeah, I got the booby prize here, trying to argue against Time Hill and.
Oh yeah, Andrew didn't take this one, did he?
No. Yeah, you stick to Envoy.
The backfish for him. Right, Sire de Burley, he improves a lot come Cheltenham time and JP's cash goes down. He improves a lot. I think he's got a chance in this. He's won 5-8. He's about £5 off the top 2. But last season he was faster than the Stayers Hurdle by 9 lengths. So he's not far off. Are they going to beat Lisnagar Oscar by much more than 9 lengths? You'll say yes, but I wouldn't say that's a given, to be honest with you. So I think he has a chance, actually. He needs to improve about £5, but I think he might, actually, and I give him a chance, if I'm honest. The Florine Porter, I like him because he won at 18-1 for me at Christmas, but he got given an easy lead, and Sire de Burley didn't run his race. But is he improving a lot? I mean, he's thrashing horses at the moment. He could be improving for Graven Cromwell. I'm hoping he is. He might have a chance. And the Storyteller is no back number either, because he's going to be in and about where Sire de Burley finishes on last season's attempts for him. So they're the 3 Irish horses that I'd give a chance to. I think Sir de Burley's got more chance than people are giving him credit for. I've sort of heard that Fury Road might not go here, so although he'd look to have a good chance, I'm not so sure he's going to run.
Mm-hmm. Okay, anybody got anything to add on horses that haven't been mentioned, or even horses that have been mentioned?
Yeah, hard race. Shame to see Ronald Pump out of it. I'd have thought he'd have had an each-way chance. I don't know with the O'Learys whether they're calling people's bluff on Fury Road. They said immediately after the race at Navan on the weekend he wouldn't run, but then Eddie O'Leary said that they were thinking about it. I don't know what they're trying with that. I don't know whether they're playing Tiger Roll tricks on him. He'd have a chance if he ran in the race. Other than that, I think actually it'd be one of the few races I think the Irish Challenge is Yak. I don't like Sir de Burley. He's a ignorant, lethargic horse. That just needs to be bustled along all the way. I think Flooring Porter's not up to it at all. So I'd be conceding this one to England, I must say. I think Time Hill will win.
You're Time Hill? Yeah, I was just going to say then, now, like, if we did put it between the time, who's in the Time Hill and who's in the Paisley Park, what sort of...
Time Hill for me.
Yeah, Time Hill for me.
Paisley Park breaks their hearts.
I'm Paisley Park as well.
Yeah, Andrew, would Time Hill not be a winner for racing?
He would be, yeah. I know Mark absolutely loves Dickie Johnson as well. So,
oh God!
He's the danger.
Oh God! He's the danger.
Not Paisley Park.
I think we should actually give Mark 2 minutes to actually talk about it because he hasn't had no jockey bashing today, which is right up his street.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you want some jockey bashing, have a look at Harry Cobden's ride on Pictory on was it yesterday? I mean, he made a 12-year-old girl look strong with that. Briny Frost outrode him in the finish.
Josh, stop laughing.
Josh,
you're laughing. I can see you laughing.
Love it. Oh,
I don't envy Josh Stacey here, lads.
And don't even start me on Robbie Power. I'll tell you what, he's absolutely shocking this season, that guy.
I want to know what you think of Bryony Frost.
Bryony Frost, she's the most overrated jockey in the country. Honest to God, she's got everybody batting her case, but she's hopeless. Like. Well, she's not hopeless, but she's not that good, is she? Come on.
The Racing Post head honcho just knocked on Josh's door.
Yeah, I was looking.
I think the connection's gone now.
I was looking for people to try and get an our Cheltenham preview. Even I thought I'll try and get a jockey or two on. I was having to go through the list. Who wasn't Mark offended that might come on? Nope.
Andrew's got that problem, haven't you, Andrew?
What?
List of people who won't come on.
Oh, I would gladly have people on, but I tell them when they come on, don't expect it to be nice.
Hey, God.
If you think the jockey bashing's started, wait till I go on about the Albert Bartlett and we'll get on to some trainers, I'll tell you.
That Fergal O'Brien, yes, isn't he?
Yeah, I love that. Right, okay, well, that's Thursday done. Let's have predictions in for the score on Thursday. I want to make it a bit closer. I want to go for a 4-3. I think we'll get beat, but I think we'll make it a bit closer on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll go with that. It could be a bit closer.
I'll stick to 5-2 again.
Other Andrew?
22. You can have the stairs. No, sorry, what is it? 21-1. Yeah, French get one. Sorry.
No, I've told you we're taking them. Mark?
I think it might be 4-3 on Thursday, and if there was something in the Marsh to take Envoy Ireland on, I'd have thought England might even have won that day, but probably 4-3 Ireland because Envoy Ireland's such a certainty.
Okay, Josh?
6-1 Ireland.
Have I missed something, are you? Have you swapped sides all of a sudden?
I think we'll win the Stayers. I don't think we'll win anything else that day.
Okay.
I thought they'd win the Pretems.
I hope my passport's in the post.
Yeah.
Josh is looking for a job in the Irish racing post.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's an ad to replace Josh already.
All right, then. We will end this one and be back very shortly with our final video for Friday. Back soon.